Hey everybody, this is Pam, Twin Diggers, going solo again today. Yeah, it's Thursday, June 4th. I was able to get out for a little bit, go do some more water metal detecting, and get a few more things out of the lake. And it was just a really beautiful day, and I had a lot of fun. So just wanted to show you what I got. I think the most unique thing I found, I have it propped up here, but this is from 1940, and it is a Maxwell coffee or Maxwell House coffee can. It would have had the blue ALC on it. And there's still a little bit. This right here is the coffee cup that's hanging upside down. Very dangerous. Yeah, it's all the old steel. And again, I did look it up, and it's 1940. So this has been there for a very, very long time. The back of it is just caked. I can't even get it off. It's like a crusty, rusty on it. But what a great thing to get out of the lake. That could have been scary dangerous to step on. So that was pretty cool. That was one of my oldest finds. And here's a few more things that I found. These two beer cans, they were just, in the weeds. They had floated in at some point. This one was all ripped up. I don't know what happened to it. So I got that out of the water. This thing, I have no idea what this is. It's got like a design on it. It's plastic. I don't know. Anyway, it was half buried. I thought it was like a rock at first, and I just went and picked it up, and there it was. It feels like it's linoleum, but I'm not really sure. So that's out. This weird thing, couldn't even tell you what it is. Honestly, I thought it was a mushroom, and went to move it, and the thing turned over, and there's this kind of glue thing on it. I'm assuming it went to, I don't know, maybe a boat or a dock end. I have no idea. But it's all rubbery, so that's out. This, I think, is just a part to a weed whacker. The string, and it somehow got in the lake, and there it is. So that plastic is out. I found some aluminum. It looks like it's one of those ketchup packets or something. It's really disgusting, and it's still full. And so I'm definitely not going to open it up to see what's inside. And then over here, don't know what this is, if it goes to a can. It's really weird. It's got like a round thing here, and then it's cut out there. It goes to something. It's something steel. No idea. Oh, that's out. Found two old pull tabs, and those always get a big hit because of the aluminum on them. So got those out. And then I found just chunks of aluminum. Again, I think what these are cans. I think they're aluminum cans that were in a fire pit or something and ended their way into the water. They're really sharp. Sorry, they keep dropping. They're really sharp, and so I got those out. All right, moving on. I found a 2003 quarter, and boy, did that give off a signal. It was an 87 on that one. So that's cool. This thing is freaky weird. It's hard like a rock. And when it came up in my scoop when I was finding some other stuff, and it's some kind of petrified bone, or I don't know. But like I said, it's really hard. Actually, you can hear it. So I don't know what this is. I would think that if it were a bone, you know, it would have been crushed. But kind of neat on the inside. I'm going to keep that. Just found a chunk of plastic that got that out. I don't know what that broke off of, but get that out. You don't want a fish eating that. This thing, I've seen these before. It's what you use to connect a wire to, usually like it's on a motor or something. This one looks pretty old. I think it's been in there for quite a while. So, got that one out. Got an old, really, really old screw out. Oh, that's gone. Of course, a grommet. Yeah, that rang up really high with that aluminum. Got that out. All right, this, I believe, is the top of a bullet. There are lines on it. And then, of course, it's got that round top and then that. So it's some type of a bullet tip. Okay. I found a long brass 22 shell. Got one of those yesterday. And I found two more head stamp gunshots. These are old, just like the ones yesterday. They have the old paper in them. This one here, let me just take a look. It's a Winchester Ranger number 12. It says made in the USA. And this one, Pat and I, we found these before. It's a Remington. It's a huge brass. And then all along here in a fancy, it's embossed with Remington. And that one says Remington 12GA for gauge express. And again, there's the old paper plug inside. So that's how I can tell these are old, like the ones I found yesterday. At first, I thought these may have been like a snap. And actually what they are, after I looked at them further, they are what was left of a head stamp gunshot shell. So that's what these are. So that's kind of neat. I never find these. Usually they're always attached to the shell. And I found those all in two different areas. So that's kind of neat. That is it. Like I said, Joseph was just out for a little bit. My neatest find was this 1940 Maxwell House coffee can. And the area that I was in, they had such fabulous driftwood over there. This is incredible. I love this thing. It looks, I don't know, it looks like a claw or something. But I can't wait for that to dry out. And all of these are going in my rock garden up here at the cabin. I just love the natural designs of this wood. This one, I know what this one is. This is from a cedar tree. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's wrapped around. And the cedar tree was actually in the water, fell in the water quite a long time ago. And it looks like over the years, this thing came off. So this is really, really cool. It kind of looks like an animal, doesn't it? It looks to me like it's a snapping turtle and his head is coming out of the shell. But hey, that's my artisticness in me. But that's what it looks like to me, snapping turtle. Okay, let me know if you think it is. I think it is. This one was cool. I just love all of these. When it's the knot, there's a knot in the wood. And look at all that natural design in that wood, all of those lines. Super cool. This one, absolutely love. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Really cool. And last but not least, look at this. This could be used on a birdhouse project. It can be attached to one of the birdhouses that Pat and I do when we create them with things that we find with glass and shards and all that. I thought that was pretty cool. Super cool. And just to show you, these two that I found yesterday, right here, I had them drying out in the sun today. They're still a little damp, but they are really cool looking. And so these are going to go in my garden too. I love natural driftwood, and I've always collected it since I was little. I love the artistic of it, the nature, and how things twist.